Welcome to Every Day It's Macaroni. I'm Joy Alfred Brand.
And I'm Juliette Connell. And we're the hosts of Everyday Macaroni, the podcast.
This podcast is a look at the lighter side of life, where we talk about our adventures as a modern blended family.
So sit back, relax,
and prepare to have your funny bone tickled. Welcome back to Everyday Macaroni, the podcast. On this episode, we're talking about my in-laws, Lita and Aldo, who goes by Al, and a funny incident that happened not too long ago at Monday Night Family Dinner. Now, before we jump into this episode, remember, our goal is to make this a bi-weekly podcast, and of course, that means the more downloads, listens, positive reviews, and engagement we get, the more episodes we'll be able to post in the future, so be sure to give this episode a thumbs up and a good review. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with this fun episode about how we motivate each other to lose weight and get in shape. Okay, well, so maybe we should give a little background about what's going on.
Yeah.
So, now your dad's been he's first of all diabetic, older. They're, of course, both in their 80s. Mm-hmm. He's diabetic. He's got heart issues and the swelling in his legs and stuff like that. Spent like 3 weeks in the hospital a couple of months ago, right?
Yeah, thereabouts.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, it was touch and go there for a while with him and his leg. It was pretty bad. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, that means everybody has to, because, I love your dad.
Well,
I do.
Keep in mind, right? Yeah, we all do. He's a character.
He's a great guy. He's always treated me great. Both of your parents do. And I love him. He's a great guy.
Just for a tiny bit of clarification, he did not end up in the hospital solely due to his diabetes. It's not like he had some sort of crash or whatever.
No.
No, the reason why he actually ended up in the hospital was because maybe 6-8 months ago, I can't even remember what it was, he took a shower and he had this really hard piece at the bottom of his toe. It is a callus of some sort of corn, I don't know what it was. And he thought, well, when I get out of the shower, the skin is softer, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to kind of scratch off that hard surface or whatever.
Say it like it is. It's surgery time.
Yeah, I know. It takes me back to cats being wrapped.
I know, yeah.
But because the skin was so soft, he went a little further than he should have. So that thing festered for God knows how long, I'm sure. And then by the time I saw his feet, and mind you, his feet and my feet are the same, right? We've got that same skeletal sort of thing. So when I look at my feet and I look at his feet, you know, when he was in better shape, they were similar.
Yeah, both of you look like you could peel bananas with your feet. I'm just kidding. He does have some massive toes.
He's got some really big feet. And then, of course, he was born with a little toe that's out of place and whatnot.
Alberto.
I know. But when I finally saw him, he was in the hospital. I come in and I take a look at his feet, and they're red and swollen, and they're gnarly, and they're
terrible.
Oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever seen such.
They were. It was bad.
It was really bad. So that is kind of how he ended up in the hospital, and then he ended up in rehab for 2 weeks after that or more, trying to get to walk again, because what ended up staying swollen was his ankles. You know, now he's got these diabetic shoes,
and they're sexy.
Oh God, they look like
Frankenstein feet.
Yeah, I was just about to say he'll fit right in October. Yeah, so
and that's kind of where this story picks up a little bit. The issue with your dad, though, is it now has come to a point where he's older and it's more of a life-threatening situation. So if he's, say, for example, not doing his physical therapy, he's not going to be able to live on his own because he can't stand up and he can't move around. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So as a result, what happens is everybody has to join in and give him some motivation.
Oh, is that what we're calling it, motivation? Yeah. Every time me and my brother would go to the hospital, we're like, you almost died. Mm-hmm. You almost died. If you don't do your physical therapy, you might die.
And I think he knows. He's just like, oh, he needs a little extra motivation, because if he can not do the physical therapy, he doesn't want to do it, because it's not fun. It's painful. It hurts, and he's wants to get back to his easy chair and whatever. So as a result, there's a lot of haranguing that goes on. Yeah.
There has to be with him and children.
Right.
There's got to be a consequence. So that's what we were talking about at the table when we went back and forth.
Al needs motivation. And so for the last few months, there's been a lot of haranguing of Al going on. A lot of, you got to do your physical therapy. You got to do this. You got to do that. A lot of that going on. I don't remember how we kind of got on the topic, but he made some comment, and I'll have to...
I think due to the fact that we were sitting there kind of getting on him back and forth and back and forth, right?
Oh, no. I remember.
Do you? Go ahead.
So your mother ordered a sweater from Talbot's online. I actually ordered it for her. And I was asking her about the size, because she's gained and lost a little bit of weight recently. And I was asking her about the size, if the size fits her. And I actually have a bunch of size medium Talbot's t-shirts. And so I was asking her, well, what size is it? Because I thought, well, I have a couple of those that maybe I can give to her if they'll fit her. And your dad says, what size do you take now? Asking me, right? What size do you take? And I had a moment where I was thinking, tiny red flag. But okay, well, he comments about my hair and makeup, or how I look, or I don't know if he's done that to you, but I've seen him do it to Aaron and Caitlin, I'm sure. He comments about your mother. He has a particular eye for women look.
It's like he's trying to be helpful in that guy sort of way. And he has absolutely none of that. Oh, no, honey, you look good no matter what you're wearing. You come down in that big brown bag, and the husband or whoever is supposed to say, you look amazing. Nope, not my dad. No, my dad's like, you better take that big brown bag off. Is that how you're going out into public?
Well, it makes me think of that family picture that you guys took.
Flock of seagulls? Yes.
Right.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I didn't hear the end of that picture. He didn't even want to buy it. We had a family portrait taken. And I had my hair up or whatever, and I had this long bangs.
Swath of bangs.
Right. And it was fine. I had my hair up in a ponytail
and
or
something. For anyone who wants to see it, I'm going to take a picture of it and put it on my Instagram. You just have to search #everydaymacaroni, and you can see that family picture. But I think it's a nice family picture.
So what happened was that I don't even
Swath of bangs.
Swath of bangs, I guess. It was supposed to be pulled back further, but when they were taking the pictures or whatever, and we're all moving around, and you know how they're always telling you, move your head this way, do it that way, put your arm on him, do this. It kind of got separated. It separated itself from the rest.
It fell a little.
And it kind of covering my eye or I don't know. It's kind of, anyone who knows me knows that my hair is always in my face. All the time. No matter what I do, it's always in my face. And this particular time, they caught it on film.
Right.
Well, my dad was so horrified when that picture came back. He was like, what is that? And I'm thinking to myself, look, dude, I didn't have a mirror, but the rest of you were all there. And if it bothered you then, why didn't you say something?
Right.
Can you, Bobby,
pin that back
or get it out of your eye. I don't know. So anyway, that's what that was.
Yeah. And he's made comments to me before, like, oh, don't you like curly hair? Or don't you want to put on some makeup or stuff like that? Right. Which to me, I look at him and thinking to myself, all right, squirrel eyebrows, you're one to be talking. I'm sure there's like a couple of chickmunks stuck up in there. So I was asking your mother what size she was wearing, and then he asked me, well, what size do you take now? He says, because you lost a little weight, right? And I looked at him, and I was just thinking, where is this going? And then that's when it happened.
Yeah. Well, and I think that my mom starts saying, oh, yes.
Wait. Let's pause right here for the clip.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's going to be a lot better than me telling it.
Okay.
You feel you're medium? Because you lost a lot of weight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, if she's married to Ron, she had it to lose weight. Because he probably makes her life impossible. Saying, joy, vegetables, joy, no sugar, joy. Joy, what's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? Exercise and no sugar and a lot of veggies. So now she's now listening to him and losing weight. I didn't know that. It was so funny. I had everybody laughing.
Yeah.
Juliet is doing the same thing with Ken because Ken also lost weight.
Oh, yeah.
So she say the same thing.
Breaking out in a sweat, are you?
Put the air conditioner.
Look at these three. This is nice because everybody is listening to somebody.
That's nice.
Oh my God. Yeah. So when upon replaying that,
Oh my God.
I just realized
that was
that
so
there are
funny.
many things that you miss because I was cracking up.
Oh, I know.
There.
I don't know who was hitting the table. Maybe me. I was laughing so hard, and Ron was laughing. I mean, all of us were laughing. All of us. I mean, just howling.
Yeah, I missed that little bit of, oh yeah, and Juliet gets on Ken too, I'm sure. That's why he stays so thin. I went, that I totally missed. I must have been cracking up so hard that my ears weren't working. I don't know how that works, but yeah, so that was funny. So what she's saying in a nutshell is that we're a pain in the neck.
Well, I think that's because that's the groove she has worn in her own psyche.
I guess.
You know?
Uh-oh. Here they come. You better hurry up and do it because or else we're going to hear about it. That was funny.
That was hysterical. And I get what she was going for. She's talking about how everyone is trying to motivate your dad. Mm-hmm. And so clearly that's how we all act when we're in our own homes and outside of the scrutiny of the eye of Sauron. But I understand what she was aiming for. However, she just missed the mark a little bit.
Yeah.
So this reminds me
Well,
of...
you know what the funny thing is about that whole thing is that it couldn't possibly have been you motivating yourself to lose weight or to get fit. It had nothing to do with that. Because you only have to lose weight when either A, someone's telling you you're going to drop dead of a heart attack, or B, you're going to, I don't know, develop diabetes, or you're going to get high cholesterol. So there's always some sort of consequence that drives
the weight loss.
The
right.
weight loss or the
It couldn't possibly be that I just want to feel good and I want to be healthy and strong and fit as I age. No, that couldn't possibly be
Nope.
it.
You have a husband that insists...
Is a slave driver.
Exactly. That insists you eat your veggies.
No, I know. No. Still, we were driving home last night, and I couldn't wait to get to my podcast editing materials because I can't wait to work on this one. This is going to be so much fun. But long before I ever thought of the idea of recording any of it, we were at your parents' house and we were having, I think, dinner with your parents at their little kitchen table. And the four of us are sitting there. And your mother, she says, we were talking about my mother for some reason, I can't remember. But your mother, she says, "Oh, Joy, your mother would be so happy. So happy to know that." And in that moment, I thought she was going to say, "Oh, that you're doing great in life," or that you're whatever.
Keep in mind that my mom Is not Dracula's wife.
Whatever. Anyone who watches any of my videos or listens to any of my things knows I'm not that great at accents, and this is as good as it gets. And she does kind of sound like Dracula. Blah, blah. She does, kind of. A little bit, you know.
Yes.
Especially when she's counting. Anyway, so we were sitting at her little kitchen table, and she's has this big dramatic pause after making the statement, "Oh, your mother, she would be so happy to know that." And I thought she was going to say something entirely different. And she goes, "That you married Ron."
Because you know that he's God's gift to the world, right?
Well, I am married to him, and he is God's gift to the world. But it is a little weird how she's always harping on about that. But I do want to say he doesn't try to force me to eat or not eat something. But anyway, so...
Is that the disclosure?
You mean or disclaimer?
Disclaimer, sorry.
No, I mean, well, yes and no. I feel for him because he's
Nobody has been forced to eat stuff that they didn't want, nor has anyone else's.
Wait a minute. Back up there. I have been forced to eat plenty that I didn't want to eat over there.
Psst, Joy. Psst, are you around? Psst.
I'm right here.
Psst. Oh, yeah, there you are. I forgot we're in the same room. I got something for you.
What do you have for me?
Hey, I got some donuts. I got a bag. And in this bag, look what I have. A jelly donut. Delicious donuts. I just got the whole bag. They're nice and fresh. I got them from Main Street.
Oh, Main Street Bakery and Grill.
Yeah, you know about that place.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious place. I love the donuts. They're made, I think, fresh every day. Would you like a jelly donut? I got them for Jean, but I figured we could have them.
Now, you know, I'm trying to keep trim and watch what I eat, especially around this time of year.
Well, I don't know why. You look so great the way you are. Why do you find that to be so funny? You already are trim.
Oh, that's nice of you.
And I got some jelly donuts. Those are Jean's favorite. Why don't you have one? Or else I'll have to give it to him. Go ahead. Have one.
Jelly donut.
You're not actually eating it. You're just making noise. I can see you doing this. It's not like you're in the other room. I can tell you're not eating.
I can't fool you.
Anyway, are you going to have them or no?
Really, I don't think I'm going to eat the jelly donut.
Okay. Then I'll go ahead and I'll give them to Jean.
Mm-hmm.
But you do look good.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, honey. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think you lost some weight. Perhaps Noom had something to do with it?
I thought we were going to talk about Main Street Bakery and Grill not actually being a sponsor, just being something that we liked.
Well, you do look good, sweetie.
Oh,
I think you've lost a lot of weight and you look great.
Well, that's all thanks to Noom, because I've been using that program for a period of time, and it really has worked. It is an excellent program to help you not just lose weight, but to adjust your mindset so that you keep the weight off and it's sustainable. And also, it teaches you how to be more healthy in your choices. It's just overall such a good program.
No, it sounds pretty good. And neither one of these two, Noom nor Main Street Grill, sponsor us. We're just endorsing them because we think they're fantastic products. And I think throughout the podcast in the future, we're just going to go ahead and shout out to good products
Things
and
that we
good
like.
people that, or
Businesses that we like.
Businesses that we like, especially businesses in the local area that hopefully if our one listener wants to go ahead and go to Main Street Grill and get one donut, I would encourage them to get two. And then if they
Get the jelly ones.
get the jelly ones are really good, actually. And if they start packing on the
jelly
weight
donut.
because of that place, then no big deal. You just go to Noom.
We've got the product for you.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's almost like a dentist handing out candy,
Create the need, and then here's the product.
right? So I think they're great products. I think they're good services, and I think they're 2 thumbs up in my book.
Me too. Huh. Well, Ron trying to get me to eat that donut, Noom would call that being a food pusher. However, one could, in fact, make the argument that donuts are my drug of choice. And we all know that the first jelly donut is always free. I also want to give another shout out to the Main Street Bakery, which is local here in our Wake Forest area. If you're local and you want a good donut, that's the place for you. Let's rejoin the podcast, shall we? And we are going to talk about the food at some point. We've got to.
Yeah.
Because the thing...
Well, you know what, though? But before I forget, because you know I will, and then I'll sidebar it somewhere. Did you hear that yesterday he was saying, yeah, I think I've lost all my taste and smell? And we were like,
That's not a
is
new
it because
thing.
you got COVID, or is it because you're getting older and now we're being forced to eat the food that you can't smell or eat or taste, which I found hysterical.
Well,
I'm like, how does that happen?
And I don't want to get off track here because we do at some point have to talk about the food.
Yeah.
We just do. We have to talk, just the food, the things they cook. And we don't go over there for the food. But the things they cook and the things that I have had to eat over there, I don't even want to go
Not all
there.
the time, but...
Oh, you have lost your mind.
Or maybe it's my sense of taste.
Lately, no, I don't believe that because you live with Ken and he's a great cook. So, lately it has been routinely bad. But whatever, we'll talk about that later. A topic for another time. I think that's enough for today.
Yeah, just stew on that. Oh God.
Wasn't that another fun episode? You really never know what someone's going to say at Monday Night Family Dinner. I bet some of you have some stories you could tell from around the dinner table too. In fact, if you would like to share some of your own blended family stories, email them to us at info@everydaymacaroni.com and put the word share in the subject line. That's right, listener. I finally got our email up and running. Yay! If you email a story to us, your story could end up on one of our podcast episodes, and how fun would that be? It would be excellent. Oh, and I have more good news. Our website is now live. If you're interested in checking out some of our cool macaroni merchandise, you can find it at our store on everydaymacaroni.com. And again, I'll include the email address and website in the description of this podcast episode. We'll be adding more cool stuff to the website in the future, so keep an eye on it to see what we're getting up to next. And finally, I do want to mention that if anyone out there has someone in their life that's dealing with diabetes, you can learn more about managing it at cdc.gov/diabetes/managing. And I'll include that website in the description of this podcast episode as well. And that's an excellent segue to our upcoming episode where Julia and I test some Monday night dinner home cooking on air. Now, you might be glad you don't have to eat the food, but you won't be glad if you miss this podcast episode.
It's delicious. The pie, really, really delicious.
I hope you enjoyed listening and sharing a laugh or two with us. Stay tuned for more Everyday Macaroni adventures on future podcast episodes. And if you want to see some pictures of us, you can follow me on Instagram by searching @JoyAlfredBrand, #EverydayMacaroni, #TheDollarLlama, or on my Facebook page, New Cash View. Again, thanks for listening, and join us for the next episode of Every Day It's Macaroni!